Durdle Magic. Hello, welcome back to Durdle Magic. Today we're playing some more Tayam Luminous Enigma. 1 white, black, green for a 3/3 legendary nightmare beast. Each other creature I control enters the battlefield with an additional vigilance counter on it. 3, remove 3 counters from among creatures you control. Put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard. Return a permanent card with a converted mana cost of 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Lots of 3s. Looking at our opening hand, 1 land, not even green. We got a mulligan this one. New hand, we have 2 sources. 1 is green. We do have land search that costs 3. The thing is, do I want to risk it? We can't even animate dead. I think I want to. Could play the Plague Boiler, False Up, Kadama's Reach, do some other stuff. I want to risk it. Let's go ahead and keep that. 37 lands in the deck. We do have some land search that costs 2. So I think we'll be okay. Our first opponent is Captain Sisay, the original. Not Weatherlight Captain. 2 green white for a legendary 2/2. They search their library for a legendary card reveal, put their hand, and then shuffle their library by paying the tap cost. Birds of Paradise coming down for them after a forest. Off to a good start. Rolls over to our turn, Swords of Plowshares, so at least we have removal. So I guess we play the plains first in case anyone goes super crazy and pass it off to our opponents like that. Our next contender is Kalamax the Stormsire. Hey, I recognize this general from the last game. 1 green, blue, red for a legendary elemental dinosaur 4/4. Whenever you cast your first instant sorcery spell this turn, if it's tapped, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Amendment, each says each turn. Whenever you copy an instant sorcery spell, it gets 1/1 counter put on it. Woodfoot Hills into play for them and cracked. Our next opponent I was about to reveal, but you know this face. Oloro, Ageless Aesthetic. 3 white, blue, black for a 4/5. At the beginning of your upkeep, you gain 2 life. Whenever you gain life, you may pay 1. If you do, draw a card and each opponent loses 2 life. At the beginning of your upkeep, if this is in your command zone, you gain 2 life. Can be quite the Durdle deck. I've seen some combo decks with it. I personally don't like Viscopa Guild Mage, but, you know. I don't need to play for them through the turn. We're going to go on back to Captain Sisay, it looks like, with nothing happening. Well, there's Cobra coming down for Captain Sisay. That's interesting. Landfall, whenever they play a land, they get a mana. Free of charge. Tectonic Edge. Sacrifice it, destroy target non-basic land. Can only play it if the opponent has 4 or more lands. That's some nice, fair, targeted removal. I am very much for targeted land destruction. Massed land destruction is no bueno for me. Rampant Growth, they'll go get a land into play. That gives them another free mana. Ooh, what's that plains? Oops. I do like the art on this plains. Is that an actual card or is that just online specific? Need to buy me one. Burgeoning coming down for them. Okay. Glad I'm not playing Omnath right now. Comes our turn, Darksteel Mutation. Well, we have the removal, but we're going to need the lands right quick. Let's go ahead and play the forest. Let's pass it on over like that. Hopefully next turn we get a land. And preferably now it comes into play tapped one, but we'll have to see. Really need to start ramping here. Burgeoning trigger. I'm just going to stop saying that. We'll assume until it's gone, it's going to be working. Growth Spile for Kalamax. They will draw a card and they can put a land card from their hand into play. That's pretty good. Wish I had a version of that in here. Scalding Tarn into play. Will they crack it right now? Crack it. I wonder what they'll get. Breeding Pool, perhaps. Nope, Tropical Island. I'll give myself half credit. Personal Tutor. Search your library for a sorcery card and reveal that card. Huh. Alright. Let's see what they reveal to us. Cultivate. Yeah, I kind of saw that one coming, so that will be their next draw. It has to be on top. Back to Oreo's turn. Yeah, I said Oreo. Let's see what they do. Thought Vessel coming down for them. Didn't see that coming. Good card. I bought a bunch when it was cheaper in paper. Because when it says no maximum hand size and it's a mana rock for 2, you know it's going to be good. Alright, Sisay's turn. They can easily summon their commander. Land into play. We get a Lotus Cobra trigger. Captain Sisay coming down for that player. Luckily it doesn't have haste. There are things that give haste, and that has me a little worried. So the question is, do we want to cast Swords to Plowshares at this end step, or wait and cast Darksteel Mutation. If we get a land, that means we can't play Kodama's Reach necessarily. And if we Swords to Plowshares, they will easily be able to recast it, I think. I think we'll just sit. It's a land. Hallelujah. Alright. We get to go get some more lands and pass it off like we have things. Or not. The important thing is ramp. Play Kodama's Reach. Get a forest, and we'll get a swamp. Forest into play. Pass it off to our opponents. Tectonic Edge being activated to destroy the Triome. I don't think that works, right? Nope, it does work because we have 4 more lands. Ooh, that's just vicious. Kalamax couldn't do anything on their turn. We come back to Oreo. Got a trigger for him. I gotta say, that was pretty vicious. Well, I guess I'll say it again anyway. I think Captain Sisay needs a little bit payback. I figured Darksteel Mutation and Reclamation Sage. Got some stuff down there. Suture Priest. Something I kind of want in this deck that I'm toying with ideas about. That or Yannick Nakira. Nikara? Is that how you pronounce it? In either case. Suture Priest. It is a 1/1 for 1 and white. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. Whenever one enters the battlefield under somebody else's control, they lose a life. That won't be good for us if we can get a combo going, but hopefully it'll be neutered by then. Captain Sisay being activated for that player. Let's see what they go and get. They do have to reveal it, so that's nice. Gaddock Teague. Ooh, that's not happy. Let's see, we do revolve around mostly creatures, and a lot of our important stuff is CMC 3 or less, but that is unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. Suture Priest triggers. Sisay will lose a life. Land drop, Cobra trigger. Wayfarer's Bauble. Hello, Mitch. Now it comes to our turn. We grab Cultivate, which makes nuking things really a tough decision. I think we nuke 1 and ramp, maybe. Let's play a Swamp. I want to go ahead and play Darksteel Mutation on Sisay. Tutor as a commander is a bit much. Alright, no more tutoring for them. Let's go ahead and play Cultivate. Go get some more lands and we'll pass it off to our opponents like that. Field of the Dead coming down for Kalamax. Didn't see that coming, but always a nice card to have if you're 3 and up in colors. Back to Oreo, he triggers yet again. I will also just stop saying that one. Skull Clamp coming down for them. That's interesting. I didn't see that one coming either. Skull Clamp going for the equip. It will kill the Suture Priest and they'll draw 2. Evolving Wilds coming down for Oreo. Evolving Wilds gets cracked. I imagine it's going to be a Swamp. Actually, they get Plains. Witch's Oven coming down for them, and Sisay responds with a Wayfarer's Bauble. Cobra trigger. Witch's Oven is 1. Tap, sacrifice a creature, create a food token. If its toughness is 4 or greater, you get 2 food tokens instead. I don't know why that's in the deck, but I'm interested in finding out. Enlightened Tutor. Alright. Guess Sisay's gonna go get something. Sylvan Library. That's gonna be pretty good to draw them some extra cards. Sylvan Library coming down for Sisay. Was the card drawn for turn? We might blow it up with Reclamation Sage. Ooh, we have an Arcane Denial in response out Kalamax. I can live with that. Save the Rec Sage for something else. Rose Cobra and the Teague going into Kalamax. They really don't like Kalamax. I wonder why. Maybe they have had a bad experience with it before. I know it can be a very strong deck. Alright, that 4 damage is good. Rolls over to the end step. Let's see if Sisay does anything. They only have 1 card in hand. They were fast getting out. That's kind of how I feel about Soul Rings. Sure, somebody plays a Soul Ring, but then they're out cards. On our upkeep, we have some Arcane Denial triggers. Sisay will get 2. Kalamax will get 1 card drawn. Alright, we draw Sun Titan. That's fine. We don't have any of the combo pieces for it right now, but Sun Titan's just a good card. let's go ahead. Let's play our commander. Get that down. Tayam, the luminous. I don't know, what is it? It kind of looks like an anteater almost. I'm not sure. Play a forest. As much as I want to play the reclamation stage, I don't know that there's too much I want to blow up. I mean, maybe the skull clamp, but I think we can save it. Hold up some removal and not play plague boiler right now. So I think we just pass it on over. See maybe what we draw next turn. Survivor's Encampment. That's a really good card with Kalamax. Very good synergy. What is the other one? I forget. It's from Zendikar? Holdout Settlement, I think, is the card. There's the Cultivate they need. Going to go get those red sources. Seems like a good idea at this point. Alright. Goes back to Oreo's turn. They tried to cast something, but forgot about Teague. I can't say I haven't done that numerous times. Such a pain. Oloro quits. That's unfortunate. I guess they were more spell slingy than anything else, and Teague just locks them out, I suppose. Don't know. Player saying they got land screwed. Nah, I can see that. That's too bad. Admonition Angel. I haven't seen this one in a while. 6/6 fire landfall. They get to exile something until it leaves the battlefield. Sad face. Land comes into play. They got an Angel trigger, Lowest Cobra trigger. Not going to Swords to Plowshare that. It'll be exiled forever. Alright, Swords to Plowshare is the Angel. Unfortunately, we don't get Tayam back. I forgot to change the zones in time. I wish it popped up with the option instead at the time. Instead of you having to do it ahead of time, because it's so unnatural compared to paper. Alright, we got a full swing for 4 damage into Kalamax. Let's see if they have anything. Nope, 4 damage is good. Goes over our turn, we get a swamp. I just want to show you real quick. Right click on the commander and go into command zone instead of exile. If you click left click on it, it will go into exile instead of the command zone, even though it won't say that. That's what I should have done. Alright, so I think I want to recast the commander and just sit again. I don't think there's anything to really get with the dance. Nope. Sun Titan doesn't gonna get anything back. Reclamation Sage. I kind of want Lightning Gears to stay on T because that might be locking Kalamax down, and we're mostly creature based. So let's go ahead and drop our land, drop our commander, and pass it on over. Wave Break Hippocamp. Whenever you cast your first spell during each opponent's turn, draw a card. Seems pretty good in an instance-based deck. I wonder too if they have Rash Me. It reminds me a lot of the deck I used to have. Aura Shards. That's not good. That gets rid of our Darksteel mutation. We have a response out Kalamax. Let's see. Frantic Search. Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards, untap 3 lands. Wave Break Hippocamp did trigger. They will draw a card. Aura Shards into play. Let's hope they don't have a creature. It'll give us a chance to blow it up with Reclamation Sage. Oh, they're tapping. Fauna Shaman. Dang. Alright, we'll have to find another way to deal with Captain Sisay, so that's unfortunate. Darksteel Mutation to the yard. I imagine that's a Sisay activation. Greaves onto the Fauna Shaman. Sisay activation. I don't look forward to whatever this might be. Let's go see what it is. Hope of Gurapur. That's not what I was expecting. We have a Fauna activation. Sylvan Safekeeper, huh? Alright, Aura Shards trigger. They will destroy the Hippocamp. Enchantment creature for the lose this time. Rolls over to our turn. We get Luminous Broadmoth. Finally may be able to get to play that. I've tried so many times. It just never worked out. Alright, so I'm thinking Plague Boiler, Reclamation Sage on the Aura Shard so they can't go and like immediately destroy it. And sit and wait. Hopefully Kalamax will have something to do. So I think that's the plan for now. Plague Boiler into play. Let's go ahead and do the Reclamation Sage. Target the Aura Shards. Get that down. And pass the turn. We have Luminous Broodmoth, Sun Titan, Animate Dead, and Burial Rites. All types of recursion or protection. So when Plague Boiler goes off, we could be in a much better space than our opponents. And that's what I'm kind of banking on. We have a Field of the Dead trigger out, Kalamax. That means zombies. Luckily, Plague Boiler will take care of that for us. The zombies, not the land. I will need some land destruction in here at some point, I think. Journer's Gift, Beast Within, where art thou? Rolls over to Sisay's turn. They will have one card in hand this turn. Fallen Shaman can go get them anything they want. Captain Sisay has unlocked 2. Oh, so they played a land. Fallen Shaman won't necessarily work. Captain Sisay can get them still any legend they want, so there's still value to be had, but I'm glad they have no cards in hand now. Sisay activation! Let's go see what they get. Dragon Lord Dramoka. I was actually expecting that last turn, but this makes a whole lot of sense. Greaves to the Dragon Lord. Let's see who they swing into. I imagine it's us because we have Plague Boiler. Nope, still into Kalamax. Man, they really hate Kalamax. I mean, I know it can be a good deck, but so far we haven't seen much. Greaves back onto the Teague. Yeah, that's probably what's keeping Kalamax down, if anything, but I'm not familiar with that build there, so can only guess. Rolls over to our turn. We get the Plague Boiler counter. That works for me. Yes. Slowly ticking down to destroy us all. We get Avenger of Zendikar. That'll be pretty good later. I think I'm going to keep that back in reserve. I don't want to spend more recursion on getting that back into play necessarily, because the tokens will just die too. So I'm thinking we go Sun Titan, get the Darksteel mutation back, put it on Sisay. That way they can't get anything else out to maybe screw up our Plague Boiler. I think that's the plan. Sun Titan into play, we get a trigger. We only have the one target, so let's go ahead and grab that. Alright, Sisay is a useless bug. We could go combat. I think maybe just keep the zombies down, but Plague Boiler will go off in 2 turns. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do here. I think we'll just pass it over and just sit. Another land into play, triggering Field of the Dead. That's a second zombie. Fallen Shaman activation. What did they discard? Elvish Spirit Guide. Yeah, that's a creature. They go get Elvish Norn Grand Cenobite. Okay. That's gonna hurt a lot. Poor Reclamation Sage. It didn't deserve it. Greaves onto it. That's fine. Everything they have that can attack into Kalamax. Man, they really don't like that guy. Sad face. Strip Mine, they'll be destroying the Bountiful Promenade. I don't think this will kill Kalamax, but we'll see. Let's see, 10. Oh, yeah, get him down to 1 maybe. Kalamax down to 1. Oof. Our turn, Plague Boiler will trigger. We're at 2 closer to death. Sylvan Reclamation. It could come in handy later. Not going to use it right now. I figure we Luminous Broadmoth, blast the field apart, get our Reclamation Sage back, don't do too much with it, and have a field day? I don't know. Let's go Luminous Broadmoth. Let's go to combat. We will attack into the Sisay player. I'm not too worried about the Kalamax player. I think they're going to be out of it. We have a trigger. Alright, Reclamation Sage comes back into play, immediately dies, but it'll come back into play with a flying counter on it and then immediately die again. There we go. Let's get the Burgeoning. Alright, to the blocking step. I do want Tayam to go to the graveyard instead of the command zone, so let's go ahead and remember to do it this time. And head off the blocks. Alright, damage is good. Let's go ahead and pop the Plague Boiler. Everything goes bye-bye except Captain Sisay. She was indestructible at the time. Luminous Broadmoth will trigger twice. That will bring back the Sun Titan. Let's get back the Darksteel if I can get it. Alright, yep, we're getting back the Darksteel mutation. We'll put it back on Sisay. And then our commander comes back into play. They both fly now. Pass it on over. Let's see if Kalamax has anything to do at 1 life. Kalamax the Stormsire coming down for that player. Sisay tapping down, going to combat, saying they're not a threat. They have 1 card in hand. The commander set was just released on Magic Online, and they could have something like Flawless Maneuver or the Fog. I don't know if either one would really serve them well in this situation, but it's possible. Rolls over to our turn, Temple of Milady. Let's go ahead and get that down. Maybe scry another land out of the way. Eternal Witness. Yeah, we'll keep that on top. Alright, so let's see. We have 4, 7, 8 mana. I'm thinking Unburial Rites, Luminous Broadmoth, and then if we need to, we can activate Tayam to get back Plague Boiler or Reclamation Sage as necessary. Because I want to keep Animate dead for now. So let's go ahead and do that. I don't think we're going to need anything else just yet. Cast the Unburial Rites. Target the Broadmoth. Broodmoth back into play. Let's go ahead and go to combat. Sisay is kind of neutered right now. I want to lay into them, but I also want to kill off Kalamax. Nothing personal, but they do still have the 6 cards in hand, 3 mana up. Sun Titan triggers. Let's get back to Plague Boiler. Alright, we have Chaos Warp targeting our commander. So let's go and make sure they are going to where we need to go. Command Zone instead of Exile. Instead of Library. Yep, that's where we need to go. We don't have any way to protect it just now, so that's fine. Alright, it'll get copied again. Where are they going to send that? Into our Broodmoth. That's unfortunate. I think we will activate our commander in response. We get Eternal Witness, Temple of the False God, and Juniper Order Ranger into our graveyard. So, let's see. I don't know that we want anything besides maybe Swords to Plowshares to get rid of Kalamax. So I think we get back Witness. Then we'll get back Swords to Plowshares with the Witness trigger. Alright, let's see what Lottery holds for us. We got a Swamp and a Command Tower, so Swords to Plowshares mana is up. Seedborn Muse, that's a terrible. Don't want to see that. Let's go ahead and roll to the beginning of combat and immediately try to get rid of that Seedborn Muse. See if they have any counter spells for it. Seedborn Muse is exiled. Thank the gaming gods. Mana Crypt coming down for the Stormsire. Looks like we might get some use out of Sylvan Reclamation after all. March Flats into play for Sisay. They crack it. Sisay tapping all their lands and passing through the turn again. Still want to know what that 1 card in hand is. Plague Boiler trigger. We're up to 1 death. Ooh, Beast Whisperer. I could use some extra card draw. Do we want to get rid of that Mana Crypt? We probably do. Although at that point, I guess we could do Reclamation Sage out of the yard with a Sun Titan attack. So we have just enough for Beast Whisperer and Avenger of Zendikar. Nothing for land drops, though, unfortunately. Sisay quits. Alright. Kind of figured that was going to happen. Beast Whisperer into play. Avenger of Zendikar. Trigger. We will draw a card. We draw Bajuka Bog. That's pretty good. Plus we get the landfall. Nice. Alright, we get 11 Plantos. Let's go ahead and play the Bog. Stack the triggers thusly. Get rid of Kalamax's graveyard. Alright, let's go to combat. We will swing in with Sun Titan just for now. They get 1 more turn out of this because none of other guys have haste. We get a Titan trigger. I'm thinking either Reclamation Sage on the Mana Crypt or Darksteel Mutation. I'm thinking Darksteel Mutation might actually be better because they can't copy it and like nuke us out of existence. But Reclamation Sage gets rid of the Mana Crypt. Yeah, now that I said it out loud, we're getting back Darksteel Mutation. Response, they get Channeled Force out on us. X equals 3. As soon as the cost to cast the spell, discard X cards. Target player draws X cards, deals X damage to up to 1 target creature or planeswalker. Alright, it's targeting us. They're going to draw 3 cards. It gets copied. So they will get 6 cards. We take 6 damage. Is that how that's going to work out for us? Alright, let's see. They discard Reliquary Tower, Dream Halls, and Endless Swarm. Wait, why did we draw cards? Hold on. Going to check the chat. Yep, they gave us all the card draw. Alright, I was going to say they may have bought themselves another turn. I guess they misclicked. That sucks. I've been there. Everyone knows I have. Alright, they call it game there. Yeah, that must have been a misclick. They said it was the first time casting that card. That would have bought them a turn. I wonder what they would have drawn. I'm really just enthused by that now. Otherwise, we had that, not resolved or something, so good game to our opponents. Sisay got out there fast, but then got neutered, which seemed to be accurate for the call. And I think the deck still needs, like, some card draw or to get off faster somehow. But I'll work on that. Good game to our opponents again. It was an enjoyable game. Thanks for tuning in to Durdle Magic. If you like the content you saw here today, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit that like button, and if you could be so kind, please share the video to anyone who you think might be interested. And remember, you can follow our posts at Facebook and at Twitter at DurdleMTG. We also post the video links there, so if that's more of your forum, durdle around with us and enjoy some magic. Until then, see you around.